Team B, welcome to March. Oh my gosh, February went, it was so slow as it is every single February of my life, but it's gone. And here we are. Spring is around the corner. We've got huge momentum happening. So thanks again for everyone tuning in tonight and for an amazing month of February. As always, it's like a broken record. We're just having amazing month after month. And we'll just start out with a few promotions. So if you guys have people on your team that hit different levels, qualified 2 months in a row, just unmute yourself and shout it out and share with the team. Well, brag. Jen, Brendan, you go first.
Okay, I'm just trying to see who's on here because I don't want to tell other people's team's promotions. So Pat, my new rep, hit fast track to VF, which is awesome. Tim, who's under Amber, he fast tracked to VF. And where's Naylor? Is Naylor on?
I'm here.
Oh, perfect. I will let Naylor tell about Shannon.
You can. I'm busy.
Okay.
Thanks.
Naylor's breastfeeding. So Shannon hit VF too, which is awesome. And then we had some DDs on our team. So, but I think, I'm not sure if Brandy's on. Sorry guys, I'm doing this from my kid's iPad and I can't see everybody. We had a couple of DDs underneath Brandy. So I'm just going to give a minute because she normally gets onto the call. I would love her to share. So they can pass it off to somebody else.
Yep, Brandy's on.
Brandy. Oh, Brandy, you need to share your promotions for your team. Oh, and Sarah, your brand new rep.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so today I promoted Lacey, my sister, to DD. And Crystal qualified her business. I have a new rep. Lacey's my new rep, I believe. Her name's Larissa on here on the stuff. Anyways, we call her Lacey.
Awesome.
Good. Who else? Anyone else have anything to share?
Yeah, I do. Actually, Rose is on the call and she qualified her business for 2 months in a row. So I want to congratulate her, but she also maximized her excess to 1,000 within those 2 months as well, which is pretty challenging to do. So,
Yay, Rosa, way to go.
and she has a new DD as well.
Cool. Anyone else?
Sorry, I have one more thing to say.
Sure.
I do have another new rep, and that's who's on the call. It's Debbie Wilson, who's my mother. My mom. Sorry, not mother.
Yay, another mom.
Nat, can you share about Lindsay, her exciting news?
Sorry, I could only see you, so I was trying to find myself to unmute.
Oh,
About Lindsay having her baby?
yeah.
Yeah. So Lindsay, who I don't know if she's not on right now. I'm actually talking to her. I've just texted her and I was just typing to her. So she just had her 4th baby. Baby number 4. She's a little girl. And it's a Juice Plus baby. She was actually just messaging me telling me that her labor was like unbelievable. So she had her first contractions were at like just after, I think it was like 9:40 or something. She went to the hospital, got her epidural at 10:30 and the baby was born at like 10:40. So it was just like boom. And
Crazy.
so she was home right away the next morning and everybody's doing great. She's obviously not sleeping very well because the baby isn't sleeping great because she's just a couple days old, but everybody seems to be adjusting well. And she's a busy mama.
Yeah. That's busy. Awesome.
That's busy. 4th kid. And her next one is like 20 months old. And then the one after that is 2.5. And yeah, she's doing great though.
Awesome.
It's amazing. Do you guys remember we had Erica Ashba on the call a little while ago? Last month, she was pregnant. She had her baby. She had a little boy, and she told me in the hospital they couldn't get over the size of the placenta, how healthy it was. So she's like, yeah. And they actually, I guess there'd been a few reps in there, but they, one of the nurses actually said to her, is this a Juice Plus baby? So kind of cool. All right. Anybody else? Anyone else?
I have my new rep, Sonia. She's on the call and she hit DD too.
Yay. Congratulations. Anybody else? Cool. All right. So let's just jump into events until Nicole joins us. So as you guys all know, we've got Dr. Phillips in the house this weekend. He is starting his tour Thursday night in Collingwood, Barrie for lunch on Friday, Aurora for Friday night, and then we are taking him up to Ottawa. Actually, we're meeting him in Ottawa. He likes to do his own thing. He's driving up there on his own. So we're meeting him up there. He is doing a talk Saturday night, and we have a regional from 2 till 5 with him. So we are so excited. Ottawa's first, not their first regional, but with a big speaker like this. So invite. I can't stress it enough. He is brilliant, but he's also really funny, and he takes, let's say, difficult concepts and make them so easy to understand that the information just sticks. So any trainers, you know, anyone that's a weekend warrior, and even an armchair athlete, invite them out. They are going to truly enjoy his talk. It's, how did he word it, Jen? Is it talk to the joctor is what he's calling himself. And his famous line is, I was a doctor and a jock who finally got his head out of the sand and learned about the importance of whole food nutrition on his athletic performance and those of others in repair and recovery. So he is so great, guys. If you don't really know him, haven't heard him, listen to his video clip. Go to YouTube, the Juice Plus channel, and Google oxidative stress and Dr. Phillips, and he's there, and you can see his energy and his passion, and that's what he's going to be bringing to share with us. He's a lot of fun. We've had him here before, and we've always had a great time with him. So keep inviting, because you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh, I should have invited this person, I should have invited that person. And yeah, I think we're going to have another full house again. It is going to be good. Any questions on his tour? Pretty clear, yeah? Oh, and very exciting, we are going to be live streaming his talks, both Friday and Saturday. Please let me make myself clear. Do not tell people that on your main Facebook page. We are not allowed to advertise that. This information is to be shared with somebody one-on-one or in a private group, like if you have a shred group. Otherwise, corporate will hang us out to dry. We cannot do that. And I noticed a few of you have, just because you're excited and you didn't know, and I'm just messaging you, but tell your team, do not go live yourselves. That happened last week. And we had to shut that down really quick. Again, corporate will hang us if we do that stuff. We cannot do that, okay? So we're gonna do it Friday night. There is a Facebook event page set up for that, as well as for the Saturday. So people can tune in, and those that you're sharing it with, make sure that they say that they're going so that they can go back after the fact and invite people, as well as watch it as many times as they need to. Is that cool? Makes sense? Any questions? No, you're all taking lots of notes. All right. Where are we here? March. Oh, this is something we haven't even launched it or announced it. It's just been coming together so fast. So there is a pajama regional, meaning you get to stay home, and there is a regional happening via Facebook Live and Zoom, and it's going to be limited. Still, like several hundred people can tune in, but it's a whole bunch of us doing it. So Mitra is doing her talk on the Friday night. That's part of the regional. Then Nicole and I are speaking on Saturday, along with Jake Kelly, Joy Kelly, Ali Schneider, and I think there's some others. So it, again, is another loaded agenda. That is happening on March the 10th, Friday. That's Mitra. And then on Saturday, and let me just look at the time so I can tell you guys here. We just haven't pushed it out yet to everybody because we had this tour coming up, so we didn't want to. There's just so many events, right? I'm sure you guys would agree. Even I lost track of some events recently, and I'm planning half of them, and there's just so many, which is a good problem to have. Okay, so we've got So I'll send you the flyer, but it starts at 7:45 PST time. So at 10:45 our time. I'll send it out to you. So it starts with coffee with your team. So again, invite some people over to your house and watch this all together. It's also a great idea because there's limited lines to tune into it, right? And then following that, Joy Kelly is welcoming. Then Ali Schneider, Dare to Dream. Jeff Olson, Network Franchise. Nicole and I are talking about blow up your business with social media. A little break. Jay Kelly is starting a new rep, and Joy Kelly is getting into gear. So it's going to be an amazing agenda. So it starts at 10:45 and finishes at 3 o'clock. So lots and lots of fun. So as they say, wake up and start having coffee with your team. So invite your team over for that. So we will post that. So you guys know about it. I'm not sure when we'll post it, just because we've got Dr. Phillips we want to get through. Maybe we'll post it now so you guys can start inviting. Probably the best thing to do. Yeah. All right. We will throw that up. We have our Monday night calls, of course, as you guys know, and all the leaders are rotating through. So that is amazing. You get to see all their different styles and sharing all their excellence doing that. March 21st, Jen, Nicole, and I are doing another Life on Your Own Terms. If you guys have any feedback for that, we would love to hear it. We just decided to do that a little while ago, and we literally threw it together. And I think it went okay myself. But anyways, if you guys have any feedback, just let us know on that. And we're going to be doing, I think we've got 4 more booked. So, but that one's coming up in Tuesday, March 21st, 9 p.m. And then we have Jen Pike via Zoom doing her hormone talk. Right, Jen? Thumbs up? Yeah. Yay. So that is going to be great. We had amazing feedback on that. Susan Baker, the week after that on March 30th, which is a Thursday, she is doing nutrition for, what the heck's it called? Nutrition for, I just had the name of it. For everyday life. I'm so sorry, Susan, if you're on here. I do know what the name of your talk is called. Oh, for real life. That's it. Nutrition for real life, everyday strategies for living. So that is happening in Aurora on Thursday night, and then in Toronto on the Friday night, March 31st. So again, all this stuff's coming out. Nikki, is all this on Team B already? Yeah?
Team B, I'm putting it on, well, most of the stuff's on it, but I'm still waiting for a flyer from Susan. So just flyer updates, basically. The events are there, just flyer updates. Awesome.
So you guys can go check all that. All right. Then in April, we have a couple other things. Lauren Slocum is going to be in Montreal the week of April 7th and 8th. April 11th, Life on Your Terms. We have Easter, and then we have conference. Who's coming to conference? Hands up. See a few hands. Yay. Some people, we can't even see them at all, so hopefully they're coming. I can't stress enough the importance of conference for your business, guys. Yes, it was only $50 to have a Juice Plus franchise, but you have to reinvest in your business. This is like the Super Bowl of all events. You really, really need to be there. For me, trying to explain to you what you're going to get out of there is next to impossible. It's way beyond the speeches that you're going to hear, the training. It's the relationships you're going to build, the emotional connections you're going to make, the emotional changes that are going to happen in you when you're there listening and meeting. It's absolutely incredible. You need to be there, and it's in California. You can make it a fun destination as well. Stay a little longer, come a little earlier. Absolutely incredible. Need to be there. That is it for April, because we've got the conference. Let me just see if there's, and then of course, I'll even say this is equal, if not even more exciting than conference, because it's in Canada for all us Canadians. A law happening the end of April, the weekend of the 26th and 27th. Who is planning on being there? SSC and above. everybody's hand should be up. You guys should all be planning on being there. For those of you that don't know, this is an all expense paid weekend by the company. When you reach the SSC level, or if you've been and you want to go again this year, from last year, you have to have moved up another level. So everybody should be planning on being there. It is amazing. Maybe Jen, you could give like 1 minute of what happened to you when you went to law. Maybe a minute and a half so you can tell what happened when I called to tell you about it, or when Lee did.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I was doing nothing in the business other than punching in orders. And Melissa would phone me and I would avoid her phone call. I'd be like, oh,
Not that part.
I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. I was doing the business, but I didn't really know anything about law. And Melissa had mentioned it to me, but I just thought, oh, well, it's kind of unreachable. And then I got an amazing phone call from head office, and they said that I was invited to go to law. And so then I phoned Melissa and I said, I think they phoned the wrong Jen. There's got to be another Jen on the team, because I don't think they meant to phone me, and I'm not even sure what law is. And then Melissa explained to me what law was. And so I got on the plane and I went out to Whistler, and I met Lindsay White, who just hit NMD at the airport. And we rode on the bus to Whistler together, and we just both got there, and we were like these, brand new little chickens. And we were just sitting back and we were watching all these, amazing people talk about their stories and what this business has done for them. And it was like, I just sat back and I didn't even speak the whole weekend. I just, like, all the light bulbs were going off in my head. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe this amazing business opportunity has been in front of me this entire time. And I had no idea. I just was so naive, and I was also just so, I guess, just big-headed about it. I just didn't really realize that this could be my job for the rest of my life, and that it would bring me so much happiness and excitement. And so I just was like a sponge, taking everything in that weekend. I got home and I said to Melissa, I'm so sorry. I have not been open to, being teachable, and I just need you to teach me everything and reteach me everything. You're willing to give me a go again. And it was a game changer in my business. I was so inspired by Nicole and Melissa and Monica and Stonko and all these NMDs that I had never met before, and just sitting back and watching all of them and hearing how they got to where they got to in the business and how it changed their life was game changing for me. So I highly suggest it, guys. It will change your beliefs in the product, in the business. It will make you big. It will change the person that you are from the inside out. It was awesome. You guys know how I feel about that. It was a game changer.
Thanks, Jen. And the other exciting event happening in May, the very first weekend, is Catherine Lee for our Toronto Regional. It is going to be amazing. So more details will follow on that, but just put that in your calendar. We're going to have her in Aurora on the Friday for lunch. So stay tuned for more information. For those of you that don't know her, she's been on Oprah. Need I say any more? She actually spends her time working with women who have been in the sex trade, sold everything she owned and opened a ranch to help support these women get their life back on. She is absolutely inspiring. So you've got to make sure that you're there. All right, I'm going to flip it over to Nicole at this point. You ready? There we are.
Yes, ready. Thank you. Kids. I just wanted to clarify, Melissa, you said that law was at the end of April. It's actually at the end of May, just in case people were confused.
Oh, did I say that? Oh, I have it written down, May. Okay.
Yeah, it's May 25th, 26th, 27th, just to clarify. Okay, I guess what I wanted to share, so, we did the events. Did you talk about our Fast Track Surge? Busy Bees Fast Track to, no, that never got taught. Okay, so I'll close off on a couple things. We just want to make sure that those of you that are on the Fast Track to Surge Busy Bees, that's for people that want to play full out, want to take your business to the next level. We're doing trainings Monday, Wednesday, Friday, along with a weekly flash challenge to push you out of your comfort zone, and an accountability that's totally in your court, to be reaching out to your leaders every week on a Sunday to get your daily method of operation, kind of like your summary for the week, what you've accomplished, so that we're seeing you in action and that you are doing the work. So we're going to continue to run it. We are taking the intensity down of it to the point where we were doing flash challenges in 24 hours, but there's a lot of people that work full time and, just night shifts and the whole bit, and that was just not working for them. So we're giving people on average about 5 days to complete their flash challenge. So there's a little bit more flexibility. So it's still an accountability group. We're still encouraging people to play full out, and we're going to do this. February, March. So we're going to still do this till the end of April. The whole point of it is we were just going through the list that we probably have upwards of 15 distributors on our team that have the potential to go to law. And all of those reps should be on this fast track to surge. And so what we're trying to do as leaders is bring those people up, give them the training, give them the tools, give them the inspiration, because I tell you, just as Jen Brennan said, it was a game changer for her. And we as leaders, it would be, what's the word I'm looking for? We would not be doing our job if we weren't pushing you guys to get to law. And like I said, there's a lot of you close. So we're really excited. And for whatever reason, if you got somebody on your team that needs to be on there, they can still join, they can still be part of it. They just have to make sure that they are doing what everybody else did, which was your basic 5. So we're really excited about continuing the group. We've gotten some really positive feedback that people are growing, they are stretching themselves, they are getting out of their comfort zone, and that was the purpose of it. And they're getting great, valuable training, and it's all about, taking their business to the next level. We've gotten some great feedback that, some of you want us to do this training on the main page, and we've taken that, and we definitely are going to look into doing a little bit less, what's the word? Because right now we're doing 3 trainings a week, which feedback was that might be too much for the main team, but we are going to be doing more training on Team B so that the larger group can still be inspired and get training so that they can move at the pace that they want and get that awesome training. Okay, so on that, want to see who was on the rep call with Mitra on Tuesday. I'm just grabbing my notes here. Yes? So I'm going to do a quick summary because I know some of you don't get on rep. Mitra had gone down to Florida to hang out with the elite, the people, the millionaire clubs, to meet with corporate. And there was some really good, it was 1 week, and they did a lot of downloading and brainstorming. And I mean, Mitra is so pumped. She came back kind of giving us some really key stuff to think about. She gave us some numbers. So last year, as a global company, we were $635 million in sales, and that we are on track to be a $1 billion a year in sales by the year 2020, which is huge. Just incredible what Jamie Martin has created. Right now, we're growing at 29% around the world globally. Australia is one of the fastest growing countries. And we are one of the fastest growing network marketing companies in the world. So something to be really, really proud of. A couple things in regards to the Children's Health Study Program. It's our #1 program in regards to retention. They do realize that they have a global issue with retention, that it's not just one country or the other, but it's a global issue. And they've actually put a team in place to see as a corporate how they can do it, is how do you retain customers. So there was a little bit of feedback that I think is really important to share with you on retention. What they did realize is the lowest of retention is when you bring people into our business just on shakes. The retention is very low. And so you guys need to consider that when you are bringing in a customer and they just get on shakes, that the likelihood of them probably sticking around on just shakes is probably very small. Biggest retention is on the Children's House Study program. In Australia, I believe 46% of their revenue in Australia comes from the Children's House Study. That's the #1 country actually in the world that is like rocking the house study, 46%. We are in second place. Congratulations, Canada. We are 39%. And then in the United States, they were 35. So we're #2, Australia #1, US #3. So we're doing a good job with the Children's House Study. And that's the best way to retain a customer and almost like have them for life, because you have time to educate them, time to get them out to an event, time to, have their own story and get in tune to the benefits of healthy living. And then another program, obviously, that's retaining people is the SHRED program, also known as the Transform 30 program. So that is another way where where we're noticing that people are sticking around. They're getting bigger results. They're changing lifestyle. They're part of the community. And, and as reps, our job is to do awesome customer care. And I know for me, I tend to do better customer care with my SHRED 10 group than I typically do with an average Juice Plus customer, because I'm creating a special group and I'm caring for them every day as I shred with them. So that just makes sense. One thing that they also noticed is that, in North America, you oftentimes hear, moms on a mission. In Australia, they don't have a moms on a mission per se. What they have is parents with a purpose, and they call people franchise partners. And it's the countries that are focused on the mission driven are definitely doing better than the other countries. So just to keep that in mind when you are sharing the business, to keep that as a top reason to join is that we are mission driven. So those were kind of the downloads that we got from Mitra, but she's just so excited about where the future of the company is. We got an update on Omegas. So I just filled out a survey as an NMD, and I believe Jen and Melissa probably filled out the same survey. So we're actually going to be the first in North America. Actually, no, it's a global launch. Omegas are going to be a global launch, and all the NMDs are going to be getting Omegas, and we're going to be the first to sample it. So we're really excited, but it looks like they're on track to launch it in the fall. You'll hear more about it as an update at conference, but really, really excited. Just trying to think about some of the special things that Mitra said. It's going to be, there's nothing like it in the marketplace with the Omegas. So like in regard to the actual blend of all the plant oils, there's no other company that has the plant oils that we do in it. So that's really cool. Like a 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. Some of them I never even knew existed, which is kind of cool. It is going to be in a vegan cap, and it's a cold pressed, a very unique way of protecting the oil. So very exciting. More information to come on that, but just it'll be a fun product to share with your customers as we head into the fall for sure. So that was pretty much it that I wanted to share from Mitra. So on that note, it's 9:30. I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for another strong month in February. I can really start to feel, I know January was really strong. When I compared February to last year, we were heading into conference last year because conference was in March. So when you looked at February, our volume was a lot higher. But what we're going to see is the month of March is going to be kind of almost like the reverse. We're going to see March this year as our big month as we head into conference. So as Melissa just went over all the events, you can see that we're absolutely jammed packed with our March calendar. And hopefully that you guys have got your calendar straightened out. You know what events you're going to, you know what events you're going to invite prospects. And you know what, I'm just so grateful for all the events. At first I was like, oh my gosh, is our team going to be able to keep up and the whole bit? But what I like about the fact that we do have all these options is I'm right now, for me, the way that I'm playing it is like when I meet a new prospect, if we've got an event that night, I'm literally asking and inviting them to go onto that event. So pretty much most events that we've had every night, I've had a guest on, somebody looking at the business or the product. And it's usually a guest that I've just met that day or a prospect. So I love the fact that there are so many, because if you are talking to a lot of people and you're prospecting, that there's always another event to be inviting them to. And just so you guys know, the one event that I think is really, really powerful is the Own Your Own Life event that Jen, Melissa, and I just did. So we just did that on Tuesday night, and we did each a 10-minute video of our product and business. And we're going to keep that event open for a week. So you guys have an entire week to invite people to hear all like our product and business story. So what a great opportunity for any of your prospects. So just keep that in mind as you're building and sharing. So on that note, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at hopefully the upcoming Dr. David tour. Everybody have a good night.
Hey, Nicole, did you get me my book from Jen Pike?
I got it.
Yay! Okay, thanks. Night, everyone.